If you love cozy mysteries but you hate the cops, then I have just the book for you. And if you love Great British Bake Off, it's gonna be even better. I am talking about A Good Day to Pie by Misha Pop. I'm gonna share a little bit about this book, but I'm not really gonna share any spoilers, so even if you have not read it, you can keep watching. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you're interested in more abolitionist book reviews and breakdowns. So A Good Day to Pie is a cozy mystery published in 2023. And it has a little bit of magic in it, which I normally am not into at all, but I didn't find it off-putting. It was not heavy-handed at all. Basically, the main character, Daisy, goes on a baking reality TV show, basically like the Great British Bake Off, and all of the contestants are living in this giant mansion. But halfway through the first day of shooting, one of the contestants is found dead. I'll note that this book was very heavy-handed on the reality baking TV show side, which in the reviews I read, some people didn't like that at all, but I honestly found it very cozy. That didn't bother me. I feel like if someone did like a serial of the Great British Baking Show where they published a written version episode by episode, I wouldn't have any issue with that. But the play-by-play reality baking show thing is not everyone's cup of tea, apparently. Now, this book is actually the second in a trilogy, which I didn't realize until I was halfway through it. And so I find that it does just fine standing on its own. You're not really missing context by jumping into the second book. I enjoyed it so much that I went back and read the first book in the series, but I honestly liked the second one, A Good Day to Pie, a lot more than I liked the first one. The first book was similarly very light on cops, which was awesome, but it talked a lot about domestic violence and addiction in ways that I didn't find especially sensitive, so I liked the second one a lot more. So when I was reading the second one, A Good Day to Pie, around 30% of the way through, it hit me like, I haven't enjoyed a cozy mystery this much in a really long time. Cozy mysteries, sort of the premise is that it's like a community member who is solving the mystery, not the police. But I find the genre overall to be so unimaginative because typically the main character always has like a friend or a roommate who is a detective or who is a police officer, and they rely heavily on that person's help in solving the mystery. Or even worse, it's a love interest, and when that happens, it's almost always a DNF for me. So when it hit me like 30% of the way through, I was enjoying this so much more than I usually enjoy cozy mysteries. I realized there had been essentially zero cops that far in the story. The cops do eventually come into the story around 40% of the way through, but I do not get any bootlicking vibes, which is so rare in cozy mysteries. They're basically portrayed as incompetent and harassing and basically just getting in the way of everybody. And their overall role in the story is pretty minimal. I'm not entirely sure what Misha's intentions were in portraying the cops like that. I assume that to some extent at least she is an abolitionist, but the main character also is a vigilante, and so it does also make sense that that would just be part of that character's perception. Either way, I need more of that in my life. And actually, I've been working on my own cozy mystery that I'm working through the first edits right now, and hopefully we'll be able to query by this summer. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around. I'm looking forward to reading the last book in this trilogy. It was published in 2024, last year, and I've requested it from my library, but my library does not have a copy yet. And I've got about 6 million books on hold through the library, so I haven't hit a reading lull at this point. But if I hit like a reading slump from my library books, I'll probably just buy it. I also know from Misha's Blue Sky that unfortunately she's having to put her writing on hold because capitalism is a huge dumpster fire, and that sucks. That makes me sad because I would like to see more of what she can do, but hopefully eventually she will be able to get back to writing and publishing. Anyway, that is all I have for you right now. If you have read A Good Day to Pie, let me know what you thought of it in the comments, and if you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend it.